Today we're going to be talking about my 3 favorite lenses available in 2024 for the Canon EOS 70D DSLR camera. This APS-C size 20 megapixel sensor DSLR camera was released in 2013, meaning it recently turned 10. Happy birthday! This camera was released in between the Canon EOS 60D and Canon EOS 80D. So if you have either of those cameras, the lenses that I'm going to talk about work equally well with those bodies as well. Despite its relative age, this camera has held up great. It was one of the first Canon DSLRs to feature Canon's dual pixel technology, which is a microchip that enables phase detect autofocus across 80% of the sensor. It basically enables any point to become a focus point, including during video shooting. It's made this one of the first DSLR cameras to have truly great video capability. We're going to be discussing 3 excellent lenses that fit the hybrid shooter, taking both stills and great video. I've got the body here, which feels great in the hand. It's got substantially more heft than the Canon TI series or Canon Rebel SL series bodies. Because of this, when you pair it with some heavier lenses that make my top 3, they balance well and aren't fighting against you being too top heavy. Let's jump into my top 3 lenses for the Canon EOS 70D. Number 1 is the Canon 10 to 18mm STM lens. This lens was recently featured in a standalone video that I made. I'll include a link in the notes. But it's one of my favorite Canon APS-C lenses to shoot with in 2024. It's currently at a $299 new price and can be found used and refurbished in the $150 to $200 range if you want to save a few bucks. Link for purchase will be below in the comments so you can quickly find if you're interested. And any purchase that you make through that link really helps me out continue to make these videos, so I really appreciate it. The 10 to 18mm is a super wide angle lens that, because of its STM, which stands for step-through motor, results in exceptionally quick focusing, and as a result of the Canon 70D's dual pixel, the 70D and 10 to 18mm really mesh well. This lens is also image stabilized, which the 70D body is not. So if there's a bit of shake or movement, it does a good job to minimize the effect of it. There's a toggle on the side of a lens to turn it on and off, as well as manual and AF mode, should you wish to utilize manual mode, which can be fun for video to move in and out of focus. Check out some of the pictures I've taken with this lens. It's super sharp in the center, and coupled with the 70D's excellent autofocus, really makes this a joy to shoot with. It's able to focus as close to around 8 inches, meaning that you're able to get some really nifty shots with this lens at close to macro range. It's also a great indoor shooting lens, giving lots of dimensional space to your shots that really open up tight areas. It's an ideal lens for filmmaking, for vlogging, for real estate, for landscape, for just showcasing any area where space is of a premium and you really want to showcase the entire breadth of what you're filming. And sometimes that will come with a little bit of distortion because of that super wide angle, but it's a super useful lens. Number 2 is the Canon 18 to 135mm STM lens. This lens is a stalwart in Canon's lineup, and it's a logical step to cover everyday shooting. This is a staple in many high-level amateur photographers' bags because of its versatility, and it's a bit of a one-stop shop to cover a lot of shooting situations. This lens retails for $549 new, but can be had for a bit cheaper, especially used refurbished. Canon has also recently launched a newer 18 to 35mm nano USM lens, which retails for $599. A link for that lens will be in the comments as well. The newer version's main advantage is that it offers even faster still focus, but otherwise the lenses are quite similar. One of the key strengths of the Canon 18 to 35mm STM lens is its versatile focal length range. 18 to 135, it covers a wide angle to telephoto, making it a great all-in-one lens for various shooting situations. This makes it ideal for travel photography, events, and everyday shooting where you may encounter different subjects and compositions. The wide angle allows for capturing expansive landscapes, while the telephoto end lets you zoom in for detailed shots of distant subjects without needing to change lenses frequently. Check out these 2 pictures taken from the exact same spot. The first is at the 18mm focal length, and the second is fully zoomed out at 135. You get some great detail on the second, even though the subject is about 20 feet away. This lens also features STM like the 10 to 18, providing smooth and silent focusing during both still photography and video recording. Image stabilization is another notable feature of the 18 to 35mm STM lens. This technology minimizes the impact of camera shake, allowing you to shoot at slower shutter speeds without introducing blur to your images. This is especially valuable when shooting in low light conditions or using the telephoto end of the lens where handshakes are more pronounced. The IS system enhances the lens versatility, enabling photographers to achieve sharp and clear images in various lighting situations without the need for a tripod. The lens also features a circular aperture design, contributing to pleasing background blur, or bokeh, an out-of-focus area of the image generally behind that really makes the image pop. This adds a professional and aesthetically pleasing touch to portraits or other selective focus shots. Due to its versatile focal length, SCM autofocus technology, image stabilization, and overall build quality, this lens is a bit of a tank. The Canon EF-70 to 300mm f4 to 5.6 USM lens is my third choice for the Canon EOS 70D DSLR camera, offering a versatile telephoto zoom range and a set of features that make it well suited for various photography scenarios. This lens is particularly appealing to photographers looking to capture distant subjects such as wildlife or sports, and it complements the capabilities of the 70D very effectively. This lens was originally released a number of years ago and has since been replaced by the Canon 70 to 300mm USM2 nano lens, which has advanced autofocus IS and is substantially less noisy than the 70 to 300mm USM that I have here. The 70 to 300mm lens has some noise during autofocusing, but for still shooting produces some killer images. If you're shooting a lot of video and need a longer zoom range, then the newer 2 nano version would be the one to get. It retails for $599. You can find the older 70 to 300mm USM lens in the used market in the $200 to $250 range. So a couple of options depending upon your budget and your needs. One of the standout features of the Canon 70 to 300mm lens is its focal length. With the 70 to 300mm range, it provides a significant telephoto reach, allowing photographers to capture subjects at a distance with detail and clarity. This is particularly beneficial for wildlife photography, sports events, or other situations where getting physically close to the subject may be challenging or impractical. The lens's telephoto capabilities make it a valuable tool for photographers seeking to expand their creative possibilities and explore new genres of photography not available with the kit 18 to 55mm or a wide-angle lens. The inclusion of the ultrasonic motor technology in the lens is another key advantage. USM provides fast and accurate autofocus, allowing photographers to quickly and precisely lock into their subjects. This is really quite crucial for capturing action shots or subjects in motion, making the lens well suited for sports photography. Additionally, the USM technology ensures quiet and discreet autofocus operation, which is beneficial in situations where maintaining a low profile or avoiding disruption is important, such as during wildlife observation. Image stabilization is a vital feature for telephoto lenses, and the Canon 70 to 300mm USM lens includes a highly effective IS system. This feature compensates for camera shake, allowing photographers to shoot at slower shutter speeds and still achieve sharp images. It's particularly useful when shooting at the longer end of the telephoto range, where the effects of camera shake are more pronounced. The IS system contributes to the lens's versatility, enabling handheld shooting in various lighting situations without compromising image quality. At the outer edge of that range, utilizing a tripod would minimize the handshake variability, and especially if you're doing burst modes, really helps out with that as well. So there you have it, my 3 top picks for the Canon 70D in 2024. These lenses will work with all Canon APS-C size sensor DSLR cameras. As long as you got a Canon DSLR camera with an APS-C size sensor, then these Canon lenses would be compatible with that new body as well. Another great option for the 70D is the Canon 85mm portrait lens, which is one of my favorite lenses that is full of bokeh, and while a little more limited in scope, produces some top-tier images. Honestly, there's dozens of quality Canon lens options, and it was tough to compile the top 3, as your shooting requirements may require something slightly different. As always, thank you for watching, and please leave a like, thumbs up, if you found this video helpful.